It's interesting, Hare, because they say Sanskrit is difficult to do. And Hare is celebrated. And Hare is urgency. The same as the urgency. And enthusiastic person is quite, they generally do something quicker than a person that's not enthusiastic. He's enthusiastic. It's full attention, if you have to remember that. It's fully focused, it's not distracted. So when you're fully focused, you have a hose pipe that's just coming up the end. It's much stronger than the hose pipe that holds down the side of it. If you have Bahu Shaka and interest to it. If it's Bahu Shaka, if it's many branched, it becomes weaker. So when the attention is focused, then it's more intense. So whatever you're doing, you chant a lot around one day. You find that whatever you do a lot quicker. It's more focused. It's like a hot knife going through butter. And it's not energy is like the butter. And if the butter is cold, and the knife is cold, and it's difficult to run out. And the knife is hot, and you go through the butter very easily. You go through it, it's not energy, you get things done very easily. So being enthusiastic, of course, just chanting quickly is not the same as chanting urgently or chanting enthusiastically. But it may be that by chanting urgently and enthusiastically, that you're ready to chant the rounds in less time. Prabhupada said we should chant 500 rounds. If you look at Haridas Thakur, he was chanting 3 lots of 64, which should be 24 hours. So the only way you can do that is if you're chanting less than 7.5 million rounds. So generally they will, anyway, we don't focus so much on the time, but time is an indication. Generally, the first few rounds are a bit more lethargic, and we start to get into the rhythm of the rules, and the speed of the chant starts to speed up. And we start to run toward Krishna rather than just plodding along. So, whatever measures improves, Vaisheshika was often repeating that. So we can measure our japa by how many rounds we can chant before we fall asleep, how many rounds we get done every day. We chant extra rounds. That's usually a good sign. If you're anxious to chant some extra rounds after you've finished, it's a good sign that you're getting a taste. The easiest way to improve your chanting in the beginning is just to increase it. Automatically increasing japa improves japa. Just by sheer volume of volume. Bhagavatam Thakur encourages to chant in groups of 4, called Guna. So you chant 4, and then if you're going to do anything, go after those 4, and then do another 4, and then another 4, and then another 4. First 4 are so good, next 4 get a little bit better. The 4 between 8 and 12, you stand deep and focused, and then the last 4 like a cherry on the cake. And you actually, that's like the reward for trying to stay focused, and now you're better than they. So, first of all, we're struggling with laya, which is L-A-Y-A, which is sleep. That's the first obstacle for me. And then distraction, being intent. And definitely if you know the meaning of the mantra, that's more powerful. Like if I say to you, can you say Earth Sahasrara? Earth Sahasrara. Earth Sahasrara. Earth Sahasrara. Earth Sahasrara. And you go up to people and say, Earth Sahasrara. Earth Sahasrara. So it means 500 font, which now is only worth about £1. At the time when I went to it, we thought a bit more. But because I didn't know what it meant, it had no meaning, so there was also no fear to ask for it. But as you know the meaning of what I'm saying, then it has more emotion involved in it. So we should be starting to be more aware of that. And of course, everyone's mantra, the meaning of the mantra is different for different devotees. For some, the meaning of the mantra is, please help us, we're in difficulty. And for others, it's please let me do really big today so that everyone passed down to me. And we all have different meanings to the mantras, according to what our agenda is, what we want, what we're looking for. I want to be peaceful. I want to be free from simple reaction. I want to be esteemed. That would be the when you're chanting. So then the meaning of the mantra changes according to what your intention is. And so then the japa, all japa is not equal. And some are begging Krishna for service, and they're chanting just to please Krishna. They're saying, "Oh, I'm so useless. You give me this chance to approach you. Please take pleasure in this chanting, although it's not very good. But be kind and glance upon me, pleasing you, and appreciate that I'm trying to do something to please you." That's a different meaning for me. That's more humble meaning, intention. And then there's the devotees that are in distress, the devotees that are curious, the devotees that are desiring facility. And Krishna says of all of them, the one who's searching for me is the most dear. So what he's indirectly saying is, get free from these other motivations and chant and approach me to understand me. That's really what it is. And if you don't shift up into that, because you may start off in distress, get free from distress, but then decide, actually Krishna is really fascinating. It would be amazing to have darshan with Krishna, to actually see him. I want that no more than anything else. I drew the festival, went to the kingdom, and then he decided that was nowhere near as good as getting Krishna's darshan.
What does it mean by the Supreme Personality is completely silent?
Well, I haven't had him much. Anyone had the Supreme Personality, isn't it? I didn't. It's silent for you, isn't it? Obviously, not silent for everyone. One time, Srila Prabhupada went into the temple and said, "You can see after your deity's eye." And the majority of people see it. Prabhupada was there to go into the temple, and then you look like it's just like this security from the deity's eyes. So, obviously, Srila Prabhupada can hear this is and he's silent from most of us.
To hear, meaning actually audibly hearing, or can hearing is that, people say they see the hand of Krishna at work. They're not actually seeing a hand coming down and moving things. They're seeing the effect of the Lord. So could hearing the Lord be something similar where you're aware of and communicating with you in some way, or is it actually like
you're
listening to his voice?
Because in the Gita, it refers to the audible, which is interesting. That it's very specific. It's in the 18th chapter, and it's text 56. It's one of Chaitanya Chari's favourite verses, one of mine also. So, 58. So the Sanskrit Machitara Sabadeva and Makasada Tarishasi, that's actually from Ahankara and Astroshasi in Akshasi. So Astroshasi means do not hear. Astroshasi. It doesn't say do not say, or is not aware of, or actually hear. This is interesting because the essence of this is like the essence of the 18 chapters, the essence of the Bhagavad Gita. Sarvadharma Pratyahas coming up very soon. And of course, he's giving it in just very, very concise sutras. He's saying, if you don't use these, then you'll be lost. And hearing me in Kali Yuga means hearing the Maha Mantra, because that's me, Krishna, me is in Kali Yuga the Maha Mantra. He's Lord. He's also the deity, but for us in Kali Yuga, it's especially the Maha Mantra that we become conscious of Krishna. The deities help us to chant Hare Krishna. The Sharan helps us to chant Hare Krishna. The book distribution helps us to chant Hare Krishna. The philosophy helps us to chant Hare Krishna. It's Hare Krishna that we can by doing.
Is the few instructions to the Bhagavatam?
Yeah, when I first read that, I thought, if you do not hear me, meaning you don't listen to what I've just been telling you in the Bhagavad Gita, then you'll be lost. But then what is he telling you in the Bhagavad Gita? He's telling you to chant. What's the red stuff of Krishna? Those great devotees are those chanting my glories. So he's saying, yeah, the Bhagavad Gita is telling you to chant. So if you hear me, then you hear me telling you to chant Hare Krishna. If you don't hear, you won't be here. So that's our umbilical cord, is our ability to hear, to connect. And so that's cut off, and we just shrivel up, die, and roll away. And you may be hearing something, but it may not be the whole thing that you're hearing. Because that's why when you're chanting, the mantra changes as you're chanting. It starts off as mundane sound vibration, and as you start to chant more, the mantra starts to sound differently. And it starts to take on, it starts to manifest its transcendental qualities. Initially, when you think of deities, you don't appreciate that they're alive, and then as you're staring at the deities, and you start becoming more aware of their presence. So it takes the same amount of focus, and then it starts to. That's why you have to be patient. And on second time, nobody really stopped for the first hour. Nobody really listened. Can you maintain enthusiasm? If I put you in a room and say, we can be enthusiastic and happy, and then try to talk to somebody else saying that no. And then suddenly after an hour, everything can shift. Krishna can step in, can you remain patient and enthusiastic and confident? Shishidodhitai Maya Moshashiki.
Ja. I was listening to Keshav Maharaj yesterday, and he was saying we should learn how to take no with the style. We should learn how to take no with the style. Like,
In the style.
with the style.
With style.
Like, you know, that you like, someone says no, and you just kind of like go to the next one very easily, you know, like just without any distractions. Like, it's the next one.
Who is saying that?
Keshav Maharaj
Keshav.
was in that class. Yeah.
Accept no with style and with a smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just listening to my people this morning saying people are going past now with these earphones in, and I hope they're not having that in the unison. He said a really good one is just go like that. And when they take it out, say, my friend and I were just wondering, are you listening to classical or to hip hop? And he says they're usually quite proud of whatever they're listening to. And he said, I don't know, actually country western. Oh, that is fantastic because this is the book that you're reading about. So try that one. He goes, finding out ways, and in this latest podcast, I was listening to, he's speaking to the roots from all over the world, Russia, Latin America, Divyana, who was in Watford at the time, in Watford, and they're showing him the distribution around the table. And another thing he said, which I thought was interesting, was that if you have signs, then it's more powerful. And we've got a book table the week we had, we didn't have any signs. It's hard when it's winning to have it, but he says the signs are very powerful. The two kids, one of them was only 7 years old, and they were just walking down with a sign, and at the end of the day, they collected more dishes than one than anybody else. And that happened to me 1 year actually. I was in a motorhome, and I think we were in Leeds, and I lost my voice. It was embarrassing, I couldn't stop, couldn't not go out. So I just wrote this, and pardon me, and a monk from Emily Moore. I'm with the monks from Emily Moore. I'm afraid I've lost my voice, but could you please help us with a donation for our project? And they were like, oh, there's less than voice. Oh, you oh, you let me be a delicious. I did that day when we were looking I tried it the next day when my voice came back, and I think it was thanks a lot. But we can be innovative on something. Any problem also has a solution to it, and whatever the problem is, that can also be a solution. Like this one was getting chased. There's no sense when we got chased by the security guards, and we ran into some building. He was running down the corridor. Security guard comes around the corner and he just pushed his door open. And there's a huge crowd of people sitting down the stage. He pushed in, closed the door. And then the guy goes, "Here he is! Wow, here he is! Fantastic! Okay, come on. He's got the gifts for everybody." And it was some presentation, And all these people from work were getting like a gift, And he goes, "Right, what have you got?" Skipping the wall back a bit. And thank you, here's George, he's been at it for 30 years, thank you, George. And he was just giving the So, just like Krishna, put you in the right place at the right time, and say the right thing to the right person. And if we can hear nicely, then we can speak nicely. Because you can't speak anything nice unless you've heard nice. Whatever's coming out here is coming down. You could just listen to your mind, what comes out of your mind. So it should be, what's coming out should be the same as the Maha Mantra, but in another form. Interesting, if somebody can be chanting Hare Krishna, and it's not Hare Krishna. If somebody can be saying, they take this book, and that's closer to Hare Krishna, Maha Mantra than the Maha Mantra and Srimad.
And I noticed something similar. It was one day I was just my opening line was just like I was doing the same thing. I was saying something like, how's it go today? It became so powerful at the end. It was like I could just stop everyone, like this, just like how's it going today? Oh. So
I remember one day when I was I'm chanting a lot of rounds. I got up very early in the morning. I think I was midnight. I just chanted and I felt like a lot of rounds. There was a guy walking past Simpsons, and I was on the other side by Bhagavatam, and I went, "Okay," and I was thinking this. At first of all, I was thinking, there must be a lot of rounds. People in town today that have come in from somewhere, but then I remember that they chanted a lot of rounds, so the sound vibration travels more potently. When the Maha Mantra is chanted pure, or at least chanted a lot, and you went, that was sound vibration. So the healing and the sound is significant. It's a significant thing in Kali Yuga. It's especially that auditory sense that Krishna's going to manifest himself more than form or lila or anything else but through sound. And we're all here because there was a sound that penetrated. We heard the devotee say something, And when you're reading, that's also a sound. You're hearing when you're reading. One time I read Prabhupada's books, and if we hadn't seen Prabhupada disciple Kesha Bharatman, and then when we did see Prabhupada in head and speak, it was the same voice that he had when he'd been reading the books. It makes you recognize the voice. That's the voice that I listen to when I'm reading. So the sound vibration, you don't even have to hear it in the external sense. The sound vibration can go in and have that effect. If you read Prabhupada and you read somebody else, some other book that's been written by a devotee, you can see the difference. There's a certain authority there behind Prabhupada's words. This Kamarviniki,
Jai.
Tata Ki,
Jai.
Jai.
Jai. Jai. This guy is Adhoksaja Krishna Guru Ki. Jai.